Hello. Today is October 21st, 2017. My name is Angela Carmen, and today I will be dissecting a sheep brain and going over the gross anatomy of the central nervous system. Come take a closer look. First, I'm going to go ahead and put on my mask. I have my gloves. I'm going to get my mask ready. And I've got my goggles. Alright. So, I have my sheep brain here. This white layer, I'm going to use my scalpel. This white coating over the brain, as you can see, is the meninges, and the meninges' job is to protect the brain. So I'm gently just going to remove the area, the meninges, so we can get a closer look. And it's actually quite thick. I'm just trying to be gentle to not cut any of the underlying brain. Okay, so now that we've got that mostly removed, I'm going to start. So if you come take a closer look here, this is going to be the posterior front end of the brain, and this is the anterior. The brain has 4 lobes in total. So this is going to be the frontal lobe, which is in the front of the brain. The parietal lobe is here, and that's the rear top of the brain. The temporal lobe is going to be located on the side above the ears. And then the occipital lobe is here at the rear, and it's just superior to the cerebellum, which is here. So I'm going to carefully remove just the back side of the meninge. Okay. So I did say a little bit about the cerebellum. The cerebellum is located at the posterior end of the brain. And then the sulcus is the grooves in between. If you come a little closer, you can see the grooves in the cerebral cortex. And the gyri is the convolutions on the surface, so what sticks out above the grooves. The longitudinal fissure is the deep groove that separates the two hemispheres. That's here. Okay, so if I turn this around here, the two ends, this is going to be the olfactory bulb. Let me cut this off so I can reveal the optic nerve a little better. All right. Okay. So the tip here is going to actually be the optic nerve, and that's located in the back of the eye. And then the optic chiasma is this X shape that you see here. It's located at the bottom of the brain. And then the optic tracts are the extension of the optic nerves. So those are a little deeper underneath the X part. That's the optic tract. Okay. So the pons is going to be this circular area here. The pons are the area of the hindbrain that sits directly above the medulla. So right below that is going to be this area here. So the pons is up here, and then we have the medulla. The medulla oblongata is the lower portion of the brainstem. It is inferior to the pons and anterior to the cerebellum, which was here, the cerebellum. And then the midbrain is actually above the pons area in here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the brain right down the longitudinal fissure between the two hemispheres. So now that I've done this, we'll be able to get a closer look and a better look at some of the areas I was stating. So this is actually, this tree-like area is the cerebellum here. If you look at this groove, this is going to be the pons, and below that, this groove here, that's the medulla oblongata. This branches into the spinal cord. And then up here, this first groove, this is the midbrain. This small little circular area, that's going to be the mammillary body. This is the hypothalamus. So again, this is the frontal end of the brain. And we have the occipital here. The temporal should be on the side. And the parietal, which is the top back area. Again, my name is Angela Carmen. Thank you for watching my sheep dissection. Bye.